Hello students. So today's our topic is sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid, it is a king of chemicals. Other name of sulfuric acid is oil of vitriols. Why it is called oil of vitriols? Because ancient days this sulfuric acid, it is prepared from the vitriol, green vitriol, FeSO4 7H2O. By distillation of this green vitriol, they will get the sticky oily liquids. This sticky oily liquid, it is nothing but the sulfuric acid here. So that's why it is also called oil of vitriols. Okay. So physical properties of sulfuric acid is, it is a colorless oily liquid. Specific gravity is 1.84 at 298 Kelvin, that is at room temperature. Freezing point is 283 Kelvin and boiling point is 611 Kelvin here. Why it has so high boiling point? Due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In between two molecules of sulfuric acid, there is an intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Look at this. These are two molecules of sulfuric acid we have here. Okay. So here we have an intermolecular hydrogen bonding. Okay. So that's why it has high boiling point it is. So these are the physical properties of sulfuric acid. Now we are going to see the chemical properties of sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid, when dissolved in water, when we want to dilute the sulfuric acid, okay, so this dilution of sulfuric acid, how we have to do? We have to add the sulfuric acid in water drop by drop, because it is an exothermic reaction. When sulfuric acid, it is added to the water, it releases a large amount of heat. Okay, so that's why here if we'll add the water in sulfuric acid, the sulfuric acid it is spill out of the container here, and it is very explosive. Okay, so that's why here this sulfuric acid dilution, how we'll do? We will add the sulfuric acid in water drop by drop here, then it releases energy. Even if we are adding drop by drop, then also it releases energy here, but water is a very good absorber. So it absorbs the energy, it absorbs the energy here. It also water get warms, so but it absorbs that energy here. So we have to, when we want to dilute the concentrated H2SO4, we have to add the concentrated H2SO4, okay, in water drop by drop. So because it is an exothermic reaction it is. Now next see here, so when when we dilute the sulfuric acid, at that time hydrates forms. The sulfuric acid get hydrate, will be formed in hydrate like H2SO4, H2O. So hydrate, we will get the hydrate of sulfuric acid here, H2SO4 to H2O. When we dilute the concentrated H2SO4 drop by drop, we are adding into the water. At that time we will get the hydrates of sulfuric acid. Okay. Now chemical properties of the sulfuric acid, it is due to the some characteristic of sulfuric acid. What are those characteristic acid? First is due to its strong acidic character. Strong acidic character. Okay, so sulfuric acid has a strong acidic character. So what it will show? Variety of chemical properties, because first is reason is what? Because it is a strong acidic character. Second is low volatile nature, low volatility we can say here. So sulfuric acid, it is low volatile, because just now we have seen it has a high boiling point it is. So 611 Kelvin it is. So means here low volatile, it cannot evaporate easily here. So due to its low volatility, it shows some reactions here. Second is here, third one we have here, it is a strong oxidizing agent. Strong oxidizing agent. Strong oxidizing agent. And the fourth one is strong affinity for water. Strong affinity for water. Strong affinity for water means here, just now I told here that when we add acid into the water, we will get hydrates here. Okay. So it means here the sulfuric acid absorb water. It absorb what here? Water. So it will act as what? A dehydrating agent. So dehydration takes place. Sulfuric acid, it is used for the dehydration. If you want to remove the water from any substance, organic matter, then this sulfuric acid is used here. So this sulfuric acid, it is used as a dehydrating agent. So because it will form what? Hydrates. It will form hydrates. Due to this property of this sulfuric acid, it will act as a dehydrating agent. So because of this characteristic property of sulfuric acid, it shows various chemicals. Okay, so first we will see about the strong acidic character here. Due to this strong acidic character, what we will get here? See here, this H2SO4, it in water it is a good acid. Okay, so it dissociates. How it dissociates? First releases H plus ions. This H plus ions, they will react with water and form hydronium ion plus HSO4 minus hydrogen sulfate ion we will get here. And dissociation constant Ka1, here 10 raised to power 3 we have here. Ka1 dissociation constant is high here. This is a neutral molecule when the H2SO4, and when it is added into the water, what will happen? It get dissociate into H3O plus and HSO4 minus here. Dissociation constant is higher. Higher the dissociation constant value, more strong will be the acid here. So Ka1 value is very high here, 10 raised to power 3 it is, very high it is. So this H2SO4 is a very good strong acid here. Similarly, if now second step with this HSO4 minus plus H2O. Here what we will get here? Here also we will get H3O plus SO4 minus 2 here. Now Ka2 value here we have 1.2 into 10 to the power minus 2 here. Very low here. So Ka1 value very high than the Ka2 value here. Okay, so why it is so here? Because here the dissociation is large here. The neutral H2SO4 is a neutral molecule and it dissociates it more here. Dissociation is large here. H3O plus HSO4 minus. Larger the dissociation, then the higher will be the Ka1 value here. Ka dissociation constant value here. But in second case, in second step, we are dissociating this HSO4, it will dissociate, or we have to remove the H plus ions from this HSO4 minus. It is an ion here. So to remove the H plus from this ion, okay, it is not easy here. So dissociation will not take place as easy as in first step here. So that's why here this dissociation is less here. Because here electrostatic force of attraction will be there. We have to remove the H plus ions from this anion here. So in this anion, H and SO4 minus, they are attracted with each other with electrostatic force of attraction here. That's why they cannot dissociate easily here. So we have here dissociation constant less here. But overall, if you will see here in between these two steps, so this H2SO4, it is dibasic. It releases 2 H plus ions here. So overall, if you will see here, this is minus 2 and this is plus 3 here. Then also we are getting Ka value. Overall Ka value we are getting 10 here. So this is also a very great value here. Okay, good value it is. That's why H2SO4, it is a strong acid. H2SO4 is what here? It is a very strong acid here. So understood this one, this Ka1 value it is greater than Ka2 value, because in first step the dissociation is large. So we have dissociation constant value large here. But in second step the dissociation is not that much easy due to we have to remove the H plus ions from this ion here. Okay, HSO4 minus, electrostatic force of attraction is more here in this one. So dissociation not takes place that much. So we have Ka2 value less here. Okay, now now see here. So based on this property only, the sulfuric acid will form here two types of salt here. Okay, first is sulfate salt, another is acid sulfate salt here. Acid salt means what here? Sodium hydrogen sulfate salt here. H2SO4, okay, when it reacts with NaOH. Acid and base salt react together, they gives what here? Salt and water here. Okay, in first step this is HSO4 minus here, okay, H plus here, and here it is what? Na plus and OH minus here. So this HSO4 and Na plus, they will form a salt here, okay. This is anion, this is cation here. So here what we will get here? NaHSO4 minus. NaHSO4 minus we will get, and this H plus and OH minus we will get water here. So this is called sodium hydrogen sulfate. Sodium hydrogen sulfate. Sodium hydrogen sulfate. In second salt, how we will prepare? In second salt, sulfate salts we will get here. That means both the hydrogens is releases here. 2 NaOH you have to take here. Okay. So now in this case we will have 2H plus and SO4 minus 2 here, and here we will have Na plus here. 2 Na plus and 2 OH minus here. Okay, so this Na plus and SO4, they will make a salt here. Okay, so which salt we will get here? Na2SO4 plus 2H2O plus 2H2O. So here this sulfuric acid can form two types of salt here, sodium hydrogen sulfate, or it is called acid salt here. H plus they can release here, that's why they are called acid salts also. And second is sulfate salt. This is sodium sulfate. Sodium sulfate. Okay. So two properties we have seen. It is a strong acid, dibasic acid here, releases 2H plus ions. Okay, it dissociate in two steps, and it can form two salts here, sodium hydrogen sulfate salt and direct sulfate salt here we have here. So H2SO4 plus NaOH, we will get NaHSO4, one hydrogen, just one hydrogen less here, NaHSO4 H2O, salt and water. Second step, Na2SO4, 2 moles you have to take in second step for sulfate salts here, Na2SO4 plus 2H2O, 2OH, 2H plus, so we will get 2H2O here. Okay, understood. Next, third one we will see now. Third property, it is as we said that sulfuric acid is less volatile. Okay, so due to its less volatility, this sulfuric acid H2SO4, okay, it extract more volatile or reactive acid from their salt, okay. Which salt here? Means here metal halides, MX, if you take here MX here, metal halides here or metal nitrates, if when we will react with H2SO4 here, what they will extract? They will extract the more volatile acid here. This is H2X here, 2MX we will take here, and here we will get here 2HX plus what remains here? 2MSO4. Okay, 2MSO4. What is this X here? This X will be halides here, fluorine, chlorine, bromine, iodine, okay, or it may be nitrate, or it may be what here? Nitrate. Okay, and here M is what here? These are alkali metals, either sodium, potassium, calcium. Okay, this M. So this is what is this one? Metal halides or metal nitrates it is. So when metal halides and metal nitrates, when they react with H2SO4, okay, what they will give? They will give the more volatile or more reactive acids here. For example, if you take here 2NaCl, this is what here? Metal halides we can say, or salt we can say here. Okay, what is this one? Salt it is, sodium chloride. Metal halides, it is nothing but salt here. So NaCl, if you reacts with here H2SO4 here, okay, So 2H2SO4. What we will get here? This Na plus Cl minus. So this 2H plus and SO4 minus 2 here. So what we will get here? This one 2HCl. We will get here 2HCl plus what we will get here? Na2SO4. Here 2 will not come, Na2SO4. Okay, so 2NaCl plus H2SO4 we will get here 2HCl plus Na2SO4 here. Similarly, if you take here CaF2, calcium fluoride it is, plus H2SO4, what we will get here? We will get this one 2HF plus what? CaSO4. Okay, so this one, this is 2HF, 2HCl. What are this one? Acids. These acids are volatile acids and highly reactive here. If reactivity order, if you say here, the reactivity order will be like this way: F minus, Cl minus, Br minus and I minus. That means here Hi is a very strong acid, then HBr, then HCl, then F minus here. Okay, if you make the here Hi, then it will come HBr, then HCl, and then what here? HF here. And nitrate salt, if you take the nitrate salt here, for example, if you take here lead nitrate, this is a salt here, plus H2SO4. What we will get here? We will get nitric acid. This one we have to take it. So we will get here 2HNO3 plus PbSO4, lead sulfate, white PPT we will get here. Okay. Another example, barium nitrate plus H2SO4. So what we will get here? Here also we will get nitric acid plus BaSO4, barium sulfate. Here also we will get white PPT. Okay, so see this one, third one property, H2SO4 extract volatile reactive acid from their salt here. So this H2SO4, it is less volatile, so it reacts completely with this salts here, and what it extracts the acid here, okay, from their salt here. 2HCl, we are getting hydrogen fluoride, nitric acid, these all are what? Acids here. So this sulfuric acid extracts the more volatile acid or more reactive acids here, and salt. And what we are getting here? Salt here. Sodium sulfate, calcium sulfate, lead sulfate, barium sulfate. These all are what? Salts here. So we are getting acid and salt here. This is also acid and salt. Whenever acid and salts react together, okay, they will form another acid and another salt here. Okay. So this is the third property of the sulfuric acid. Easy only here. Don't get confused. Here just you have to make an acid here. Okay. Any salt they will react with sulfuric acid. They will form another acid here. These acids are also very reactive acids. Fourth one is H2SO4. It is a very good strong oxidizing agent. So this is a strong oxidizing agent. Why it is so strong? Hot acid. Okay, hot concentrated sulfuric acid. It is a very good oxidizing agent here. Why? Because it releases nascent oxygen here, H2O plus SO2 plus O here. What is this called? Nascent oxygen. It releases nascent oxygen. So that's why it will act as a good oxidizing agent here. Look at this reaction here. Here we have sulfur. This sulfur's oxidation number is what here? +6. Okay, and in SO2 the oxidation state is +4 here. +6 to +4. This is reduction. And So whenever a substance undergo reduction, they will act as a oxidizing agent here. So they have 6 electrons here, okay, less here. Now they have gained 2 electrons and that's why it is +4 here. Reduction it is, okay. But so that means by gaining the electron they are helping in oxidation, okay. By gaining the electron they are helping in oxidation here. That's why they are called oxidizing agent here. Whenever they will act as an oxidizing agent, what will happen? They will convert into this H2SO4, always convert into H2O and SO2. H2O and SO2. So see the here. So this H2SO4 oxidizes metals and non-metals both here. How it oxidizes? Look at here. This carbon plus H2SO4. So this carbon, it will get oxidized into a CO2 here. Okay, one oxygen releases by one molecule of H2SO4 here. So CO2 means what here? Here we want 2 oxygens here. So just this reaction multiply with 2 here. So here we will get 2. Here we will get what here? 2 here. So CO2 plus what we will get here? 2H2O plus 2SO2 here. Okay, so everywhere first we will write the H2O and SO2 here. Now in this reaction, see, this is 0 here and here the carbon is what here? +4 here. So 0 to +4, what is this one? This is oxidation. So carbon is oxidized into the CO2 here, and this sulfur, from sulfur, see here, this sulfur oxidation state is +6 and here we have +4. So this sulfur, it get reduced, okay, and this carbon is what here? Oxidized here. Who is oxidized? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid oxidized carbon into carbon dioxide here, okay, by giving oxygen here, okay. Similarly, if you take the sulfur here, sulfur plus H2SO4 here, what we will get here for sulfur here? SO2 plus H2O. S is converting into SO2 here, okay. So how many O2 we want here? So we will take here 2 here. So this 2S and this 1S, 3 SO2, and how many H2O? 2 H2O here. So correct it is 3 to the 6, 8 here, 2 to the 4 to the 8 oxygen here we have. So sulfur, it is now it is 0 here. From 0 to what it is? Here we have +4. 0 to +4. What is this one? Oxidation. So sulfur is oxidized into SO2 here, and this sulfur, it is what here? It is +6 and here it is what here? +4. This is reduction. So H2SO4 sulfur, it get reduced to +4, and here this sulfur, it get oxidized into what here? SO2 here, okay. So who is oxidized? Sulfuric acid. Sulfuric acid oxidizes sulfur into SO2 here. Clear it, this one. Next, if you take here another one, Cu you take, okay, metal now it is Cu plus H2SO4. Cu plus H2SO4. In this also, first what we will get here? SO2 plus H2O. Okay, 2SO2 plus H2O here. What remains then now here? Cu and SO4 here. What will remain here? Cu and SO4. SO2 gone already. So that means we want here 2 sulfur here. Okay, so CuSO4 we will get here. CuSO4. So 2 sulfur gone here. Now water molecule, how many we want here? 2 H2O we got here. So look at here, 2 4s are 8. This is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. So equation also balance here. So copper, it will get converted into what here? Copper sulfate here. Actually this reaction takes place in 3 steps. This copper, first it will oxidize into copper oxide here. Okay. This copper, first it will take this oxygen from this one, and it will convert into what? CuO here, and this CuO again further reacts with this H2SO4, and then it will get what? CuSO4 plus H2O. And if you will add these two reactions, 1, 2, 3, all these three reactions we will get this one. So 2 moles of H2SO4 here we are using. So copper, it will get converted into what here? Copper sulfate, SO2 and H2O here. So here this copper sulfate, this copper here plus 2 oxidation state, here we have 0 here. Okay, and this sulfur, if you take this one in sulfur dioxide, here it is plus 4 here. Okay, so this plus 6 to plus 4, it get reduced here, and copper is oxidized to here copper sulfate. No need to write this all oxidation number and all. For your understanding, I have written here that how this carbon is get oxidized into CO2 here, and how this sulfur is oxidized to SO2 here. Oxidation number is increases here. That means it is an oxidation. And who is oxidizing agent here? H2SO4. H2SO4 itself undergo reduction here, and its oxidation state is highest. Oxidation state is plus 6 only. It cannot extend its oxidation state plus 8 or plus 7 not it is. It can reduce its oxidation state here from plus 6 to plus 4, plus 6 to plus 2 or 0 it can reduce, but cannot extend here. That's why this H2SO4 undergoes reduction. This H2SO4 itself undergoes reduction and act as a good oxidizing agent here. Okay. So clear this one. So metals and non-metals here we will get this one. If we will rub and write in a simple way to write how we can remember this reaction, easy only it is. So in easy way we can write this reaction, that carbon plus 2 moles we have to take. CO2 we want, so 2 moles H2SO4 take. Then you write here CO2 plus SO2 and H2O, it is compulsory only. So 2 SO2 write down here. Here 2 moles we have taken. Similarly for sulfur plus 2 H2SO4, 2 moles take here also. SO2 plus 3 SO2 plus H2O here. Okay, and in here third one we have seen what here? Copper, if you have taken here 2 H2SO4. For copper also 2 moles we have to take H2SO4 everywhere. We will get what here? Copper sulfate plus SO2 plus H2O here. 2 H2O here. Okay, understood? So again if you take here silver or mercury, if you take here Hg plus 2 H2SO4, same reaction we will get here. We will get HgSO4 here. Okay, HgSO4 plus SO2 plus 2 H2O here. For silver, this is mercury. Okay, for mercury, silver we have to take 2 moles, 2 plus 2 H2SO4. Okay, so here also what we will get here? Ag2SO4 plus 2 H2O plus SO2. So like this you can get it here. This is balanced, it is CuSO4, we have SO2, yes, so 2 H2O, carbon 4 2s are 8, we have 4 6 7 8. So like this you can write the equations here. Metals and non-metals both they get oxidized here. Oxidizing agent it is. All reaction. This one given in NCERT till here. This is extra I have given here. Silver and mercury is extra I have given here. Okay. So for NEET and JEE Mains, this one are extra points it is. These three are given in NCERT here. Even for phosphorus, so phosphorus it is P4 if you will take here, P4 plus 10 H2SO4. Phosphorus, it gets oxidized into 4, P4 we have here. So 4 H3PO4 you take, phosphoric acid plus 10 SO4, 10 SO2 plus 4 H2O. So this is for theory, they will not ask this one here, but these reactions are important. Carbon it is get converted into carbon dioxide, sulfur will get converted into sulfur dioxide, copper here it will get converted into a copper sulfate here. Complete the equation. Complete the equation. For theory it is very important, these three reactions. complete the equation, they can ask this one here, anyone here. Okay. Similarly, if you take here hydrogen halides HBr or HI, and it reacts with this H2SO4 here, it oxidizes iodine and bromine into HBr, and iodide ion they get oxidized into I2 here, H2SO4, but not HF and HCl. Okay, these are extra points, not for theory it is, but for competitive exam these are extra point. So what we will get here, 2 you take it, Br2 we want here, so Br2 plus again what we will get here, SO2 and H2O. How many SO2 here? 1 SO2 plus 2 H2O. Here also iodine plus here SO2 plus 2 H2O here. Okay. So here Br it is what, -1 here, but it is converting into what here, 0 here. -1 to 0 it is oxidation. Similarly this I -1 we have here, it is converting into I to 0 here. So this is also oxidation. Who is oxidizing? H2SO4. This H2SO4 sulfur it get reduced into SO2 here. Okay, same like other reactions here. Now the last one is this H2SO4 will act as a good dehydrating agent. It will act as what here? Dehydrating agent. Means it absorb the water molecules. It absorb the water molecules. So that's why it acts as a dehydrating agent for organic matter or from organic molecule. It absorb the water molecules. So this process is called chairing. What it is called? Chairing here. So see here, if you take here sugar here, organic molecule C12H22O11. From this one, if you pass the concentrated H2SO4, this H2SO4 absorbs the water molecule. If we will absorb water molecule here, what we will get here? Here we will get the carbon, black carbon plus 12C plus 11H2O. Okay, all the water molecule it will be released here, this concentrated H2SO4. This is called black color. So sugar is white in color, but when it is passes through the concentrated H2SO4, it will absorb the all water molecule and we will get here black carbon here. This process is called chairing here. Now another example is, if you take here glucose also C6H12O6 and concentrated H2SO4, if you pass here, what we will get here? Water molecule you have to remove here, 6H2O. So we will get again here 6C plus 6H2O water molecules we have to remove. Another example is HCOH, formic acid. Formic acid, when we pass the concentrated H2SO4, then what will happen here? This water molecule remove here, OH and this H, just remove. What remains here? CO, carbon monoxide plus H2O. Okay. Another is oxalic acid, HCOOH, HC, okay, HCOOH here. So from this one, water molecules remove here. Okay, so in this what we will get here? We will get here CO and CO2. Sorry, here double I wrote here, COH and COH only here. So from this one, so we will get here CO plus CO2, concentrated H2SO4 when we pass through this one. Okay. Water molecule, you have to remove the just water molecule here. Sugar, what is this one? Sugar it is. From sugar, 11 oxygen, 11 H2O. What remains? 12C remains, carbon remains, black carbon. Second is what here? Glucose. Glucose, 6 oxygen, 6 water molecule remove. We will get carbon here. HCOOH, formic acid. From this formic acid here, water molecule H2O remove, what remains here? CO it will remain here, and oxalic acid, if water molecule remove, we will get here carbon monoxide and CO2. These all points are very important for theory also and for competitive exam also. They can make the question from this one here. Okay, so these are the chemical properties of the sulfuric acid. Uses of sulfuric acid, it depends on these properties only here. This sulfuric acid, it is used for the preparation of fertilizers, ammonium sulfate or superphosphate, and it is act as a good dehydrating agent. So moisture, if you want to remove the moisture from the gases, this concentrated H2SO4 is uses. So moist gases, but these gases should not react with the acid here. If you pass this H2SO4, we will get the dry gases here. Okay, and it is also used for paint, dye stuff making. This sulfuric acid, it is used as a laboratory agent. Also in lead storage battery it is used, and in metals, on metal, if oxide film is there and we want to remove that oxide film, but if oxide layer is there on metals, it will not get react with anyone here. So to remove that oxide layer, what will do, they will first put into the H2SO4 and then clean with water. This process is called pickling. What is it called? Pickling here. So this H2SO4, it is used as a pickling agent here. So pickling, H2SO4 is used for what? Pickling of metals here. Pickling of metal means first they remove the oxide layer from the acid here. That is called pickling here. So this is all about the H2SO4 chemical properties and uses here. Okay. So based on this one, how they can ask the questions, I will give you that one also. Okay, questions here, how they will ask the question. The first one is, the chairing of sugar takes place when treated with concentrated H2SO4. What is the type of reaction involved in it? Chairing of sugar. Chairing of sugar means what here? Dehydration reaction. It is water molecule we are removing. Okay, so H2SO4 act as a dehydrating agent. It is removing the water molecule from the sugar. That process is called chairing here. So what is this reaction? It is addition reaction, disproportionation, dehydration or hydrolysis. It is a dehydration reaction. This question asked in AIMS 2007. 2007 AIMS. This question asked. Okay. Next is, when formic acid is heated with concentrated H2SO4, the gas evolved is formic acid. Just now we have seen HCOOH, water molecule remove, reacts with concentrated H2SO4. What we will get here? CO, carbon monoxide here. So only CO, the second option is the correct option here. Only CO here. This CO2 means it will be evolved with what here? This mixture of CO and CO2, it is for oxalic acid. Okay. Next question we have, which of the following act as pickling agent? Pickling agent, just now I explained you, H2SO4, it is used to remove the oxide layer from the metal. It is that process is called pickling. So H2SO4 will act as a pickling agent here. Okay. So like this they can ask the questions. This is all about the sulfuric acid. Study well. Thank you so much for watching.